Our bald-headed assassin is back with some new DLC.
The world needs visionaries. People of imagination, class, refinement. People who have what it takes. People like you. We understand. Because we are the world's premier reputation management service. Haven, where complete erasure is guaranteed.
IO Interactive just released the latest DLC, Haven Island for Hitman, and I dove right back in. This was a new take for where they're kind of going with 3 new targets. We're on an isolated island, which is absolutely phenomenal. It is gorgeous. It felt so secluded that you're on this remote island, and everybody there is high value targets in a sense because they don't want to be spotted. Now the story takes over right from where it ended at the New York bank job, so you want to have to be able to play that first. Otherwise, you're kind of jumping in a little ahead of yourself, and you don't want to do that.
Regular customers. Ridiculous. Why?
Director Savalas eliminated. Good work, 47.
You want to get the full experience, so definitely play the bank first, then come back into Haven Island. That's what I did. Went and finished that, dove right into this, and the way this actually, the story ended, is really what captivated me the most. It was where they're setting up for the next Hitman, whether that's the next DLC or the next game itself. But things are ending with a pretty cool way, so I'm anxious and excited to see where we're going to go further.
Best of luck, 47.
So we all know the typical rules of Hitman. You got your target, you gotta go set them up, take them out, and move on. That's basically how it goes here. But we have 3 targets we have to do. There's a female and 2 males, and they're all different. They all have their unique sense of why they're on the island. And the way that you can go about taking out the targets is pretty cool. That they always do that. They always have this sense of why these targets are of value. And the path you kind of run in, which is such a Hitman game, it's you have one sense of target which allows you to get set up in the sense that you can follow the story mission, and then you get these little clues that are dropped on you, and it allows you to kind of guide your path to how to take out that target. Now you can go that way, or you can figure it out on your own and just go about and do it in multiple ways. And then of course IO is so well at making the game craftable that you can go back and replay it, so you can take out the target in multiple ways, not just one target. You can push her over the railing into the ocean. You can have her fall through the trap. You can just shoot her if you wanted to. It's really up to you on how you want to take out these targets. So IO's back again, and I really had a great time, and the challenges are back, and that makes you kind of want to go back and enjoy the ability to go in and face these targets in different paths.
Good work, 47. Ludmila Vetrova has been permanently retired. Just one more target to go.
So I have one big complaint, and there's really not too much to complain when you're playing this, because IO is so polished. When they produce a game like this, they give you one level, and they're able to work on that level and make it to perfection. And I didn't have any technical glitches, I didn't have any pop-in textures, nothing like that. Audio is great, the voice acting is phenomenal. The movement of Agent 47 and the world and the environment and the characters that are in it have their own unique style that when you see it, you just know that it's a Hitman game. And that's how everybody interacts, that's how they move. It's just different than how you and I would interact or walk in that kind of sense. But the problem was, when you're on this island, as the game progresses and your story moves along, there's this storm that comes through the back end of the island, and it moves forward in a way that it becomes really, really loud and, in a sense, overbearing.
You, leave us.
Which I found kind of took away from the fact that I'm supposed to be on Paradise. If I'm on Paradise Island to get away because I'm this high value target or high value that kind of wants to just disappear and go under the radar, and we only have this one level. It's not like you do the story and the story progresses and then you eventually get into this other world or this other environment. It is, you're there on one location and that is it. So when you land, you're on paradise and the sun is out, everything's nice and clean and beautiful looking because it's a resort. But then all of a sudden this storm comes in through the back and it becomes really dark, gloomy. In some parts, it was kind of hard to see what I was actually doing in the game. That was a little frustrating, but it was more the thunder that took over and rolled into the game. It was cool that it was there and it came in, but I found it just to be a little overbearing.
That's Stephen Bradley taken care of. Well done. Just one more target to go.
All in all, I had a great time in the Haven DLC for Hitman. This is definitely one you should check out. And the story is actually really good, the way it finishes off. 3 cool characters to pick off. It's a great time. I'm there with an 8.5. Hitman is back with the latest DLC, Haven Island, and with it comes new creative ways to eliminate the targets. An expanded story has me waiting for more Hitman, but I wish Haven Island stayed like paradise. Well, for most of the visitors. Subscribe to never miss a video, and help us by hitting that like button.